MAPS, the acronym for Metropolitan Area Projects, was first a package of 9 projects that put Oklahoma City's transformation in motion. On the strength of its success, voters said yes to a second penny sales tax for school improvements district-wide.
MAPS for Kids started my first summer in office in 1998, and I went to a meeting at the ballpark. Ballpark was new that summer, and it was an interesting mix of characters. You had the arch-conservative editorial page editor of the Oklahoman and Bill Bleakley, their competitor from the Gazette, and this mix of people, and they were all concerned about our schools. And I cared about our schools. I've always cared about education. I went back to City Hall the next day, and I was meeting with Glenn Deck, the city manager, and told him what was going on. I said, Glenn, that district, Oklahoma City District, is so far behind on their facilities that if the voters passed every tax they could ever pass, they'll never come out of it. And Glenn Deck says, well, we could do a MAPS-type tax for schools. And being the visionary, I said, really, can we do that? and he says, I don't know. I said, is it legal? He said, I don't know. And we found out it was not legal. And so we changed the law. And so then we worked for 3 years with people around the city that cared about education. We started with a few dozen people and wound up with a few thousand people, working on that, saying, what do we want our schools to be? And came up with MAPS for Kids, and it was approved by the voters in 2001. Fall of 2001. And we just broke ground this year on the last project, which is the John W. Rex Charter Elementary School in the heart of downtown, a block from the Devon Tower. And Larry Nichols with Devon Energy and Bob Ross with Inasmuch Foundation and I joined together to start a nonprofit, went to the school board and said, we want a charter in that building. And it'll open in the fall of 2014. We're really excited about it. When the voters approved MAPS for Kids, we put a downtown elementary school in. And people go, why did you do that? And we wanted to make a statement. We wanted to make a statement that this community, it was almost like we wanted people to drive into downtown and say, what's that? That's a school. Wow, these people must care about education. So we want to make that kind of a statement. It won't be just for executives. It'll be for the entire cross-section of the community. And we have attendance boundaries like any school. We'll have a very diverse population. We hope we'll have enough room if there's someone who works downtown and they want to bring their kid downtown to John Rex, that we can enroll them. We really hope that it exposes people to the whole urban living experience. We have some great assets downtown. Myriad Gardens, a great asset. Civic Center Music Hall, the library. Lots of assets downtown that those kids can participate in. And you know what? People go, oh, is it safe for kids to walk? Well, you know what? Go to Boston, go to San Francisco. You see kids in their little uniforms walking around, they're playing. We want kids to experience the city, and it's a very rich life, and we think by having the school there, that'll happen.